lose it before it's taken over. Remember this individual go-kart one glass, this one also ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flying Legends. Oh, sorry, we have the Hurricane at 109 too. It's full of fuel. It has fuel tanks behind the cockpit. It also has 2,000, over 2,000 massive development for the world. The armament changed as well. We see in the line-up in front of us, we see trailing nice oily smoke are the three great big Sky Raiders, the AD4s. This is a single-seater, single-engine aircraft designed to take off from those very, very small carriers they had at the time. And despite that, it carries more load, more bomb load than the Flying Fortress B-17. The disposable load of 9,500 pounds. So that is extremely, there's a lot of hard points under the wing. It could take bombs, rockets, napalm. It was a very, very effective aeroplane all through Korea and right into the Vietnam era as well. And to the left is the C-5. Of course, there was and probably is the one and only fighter aircraft equipped, factory equipped, with an ashtray. On the left console, there was a recess where you could put your pack of cigarettes, your Zippo lighter, and an ashtray, because these machines were designed to be launched from a carrier somewhere in the Pacific. It's the fabric wing, very, very fast aeroplane with the cranked wing. The cranked wing designed to enable a very large propeller, but with a very short undercarriage, being flown today by Brian Smith. And the Corsair had an interesting point too. The wonderful Messerschmitt 108 coming in from the right. And for a while we're back at peace, if I may say. This is the golden age of German aviation prior to the Second World War. These were both designed as peaceful aircraft in its class. It's lovely to fly. And of course, the engineering in it was a key factor in the development of the 109. Almost the universal American fighter of World War II. You had it flying everywhere. Here in Duxford. From Duxford. There was an American unit based here, and they went all the way from the islands of the Pacific to Japan, escorting B-29s at very high altitudes during the... comes Sally B, the one and only B-17 Flying Fortress, still flying in Europe, because sadly the French one is now grounded, not because of technical reasons, but because of many reasons, including a little bit of finance. And so Sally B is the one and only B-17. When you see the B-17, you have a feeling that compared to fighters, these big bombers were flown by older men. Big bomber is a kind of company, you've got the crew, you've got 4 engines, you have complicated systems to look after. But in fact, the B-17s were flown by barely 20 years old crews, and just like the fighters. And strangely, today we consider these flying machines to be, if you're flying a big airliner today, but dangerous looking. Looks like a weapon.
Of course, the Lancaster was developed out of a failure. The Avro Manchester was a twin-engine aeroplane powered by 2 Rolls-Royce Vulture engines, which were prone to stopping, which was a bit of a problem because the aeroplane couldn't maintain height on one engine. So therefore, if the engine failed, the other one could be guaranteed only to get you to the scene of the crash. And unfortunately, quite a lot of Manchesters were lost due to engine failure.
The Lancaster became more than famous. It became
a bit careful because it's quite possible we could have somebody in a Messerschmitt 109, perhaps Obergruppenführer Johannes Romein, who may come and try and ruin his afternoon.
Yeah, Johannes Romein just out of the quartermaster store wearing a brand new.
The bad guys arrived.
Johannes Romein and his Messerschmitt. The Messerschmitt 109 was a masterpiece of aviation design, like most of these aircraft were, but strangely they were quite different, even if their general architecture was the same. The 109, look at it, look at those very small wings. The grey one is flown by Nicholas. Nick is the son of Stefan, and he's been flying since he was a kid. And most of his flying was done on warbirds airshows. And the blue one is flown by a young man who's already a captain on long-haul routes with their friends, flying Boeing 777s. Glorious years when the French dominated world aerobatics. By the way, it still goes on. Laurent Ecal being the world champion these days. And Frédéric came into warbird flying quite recently, but brought to it some of his aerobatic experience. These are the last of the piston engine flying machines before the jets arrived.
Of course, they were also responsible for downing several MiG-15s. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Flying Legends Balbo 2010.